Hey guys, welcome back to my channel one more time. This is your friend Waris again, and well, you already know what this is all about. Today we have this gun. This is the Hitachi NR90AE S1. Yeah. And I don't have the magazine. I just got it like that, and it's supposed to be leaking air from the trigger, and I don't think that's even true. This is all different, right? Each gun is different. It's unique, has its own parts and everything. Piston, bumper, or rings, so it's all different, but it's a Hitachi lightweight framing gun, and I mean these guns are great. I recommend them, and they're rapid actually. Yeah, and well, first of all, I'm gonna clean it up, and I'm gonna try to replace the bumper. I got the new bumper here, which I think it's the problem. And look what's left. The remains of the whole bumper, which I think hasn't been replaced, not even once. And a bunch of O-rings. This kit supposed to have all the O-rings for this gun, but I don't know. I'll check it out. And just make sure when you turn your gun down, everything apart, make sure you put everything back together as the same way it was before you started like fixing it, right? Because it's all different, the trigger mechanism, trigger bulbs and everything. And well, hopefully it's gonna work. And there's a mess inside, you'll see it. The bumper, it's completely destroyed. It's well, and I'm gonna try to put new bolts in here. And well, this kit comes with everything, every O-ring for this gun, but this gun has like no gaskets. And well, even this one, I think there's, oh yeah, I think that's the only gasket on this gun. But for example, the back part, the head of the gun, there's just like no ring around the head, so we don't have gaskets, like not really anywhere in front, between the bumper and the nose. There's some little O-ring. It's way different, but they're supposed to work the same, signals, and that's it. So I'm gonna remove these bolts and also these bolts, and you're gonna see the mess there is inside, because I have here already the look, cylinder. Impressive. And the piston, right? I tried to fix it, but I was like, oh man, the bumper is completely destroyed. Look. And I had to get the O-rings and the bumper. Piston seems to be okay, so I'm cleaning it up, and hopefully it works again. Hopefully, so you'll see it. All you need to do is just clean it up, as any other gun, and especially get the parts, right? Because the NR93AE and all the series, the A2, the A3, the A5, the new models, all the parts are the same, interchangeable between them, and they're more commercial, so it's like easier to find those parts. To find parts for those guns, and even actually almost any gun. It's just that they're like more commercial. But I'll try to fix it, and well, you'll see. Bueno, muchachos, los que les digo, bienvenidos otra vez a mi canal. Es un nuevo video. Tenemos una pistola, las Hitachi Framing, pero esta es la NR90AE S1. Aquí dice, todavía es Hitachi. Entonces, así como esta me la entregaron, no tiene carrillera. El principal problema pues es que según tiraba aire por el gatillo, tiene una fuga por ahí. Entonces pues voy a tratar de repararla. No creo que ese es el problema realmente. La Dona está completamente hecha a pedazos. Ahorita lo van a ver. De hecho aquí está una prueba, miren, el cilindro. O sea, es un asco esto. Aquí está una pieza de la Dona. Aquí tengo la nueva, pero es un asco esto. Entonces pues ojalá que quede bien. Tengo también un kit de las ligas. Se supone que aquí están todas las ligas de la pistola, porque pues no tiene empaques más que este. Aquí lleva una liga también alrededor que sirve como empaque, pero esa no viene aquí. Y aquí también lleva otra liga que igual se mira buena, pero pues ahorita vamos a ver si se las pongo todas nuevas y vemos pues a ver qué onda aquí con el gatillo. Pero primero hay que limpiar todo. Ahorita van a ver qué sucia está, es una porquería. Poner la nueva Dona, poner todo limpio. Los tornillos están un poco barridos, voy a tratar de poner tornillos nuevos. Y pues luego a ver qué es lo que hace. Todo lo demás se mira bueno. Primeramente Dios pues va a funcionar. Entonces pues va a estar muy bien. Primeramente Dios nos va a quedar. Igual si hay un problema en el gatillo, pues ahorita lo vamos a checar. Pero la verdad no creo. Nada más traten de, si tienen una parecida y la quieren reparar, pues conseguir las partes, que es, como lo mencionaba ahorita, es un poquito de lo más complicado, porque la serie NR83A son mucho más comerciales. Entonces es un poco más fácil conseguir partes para esas pistolas. Y en sí para cualquier pistola hay partes, pero es un poquito a veces más complicado conseguir las piezas, especialmente cuando son cosas como los empaques. Un pistón, una Dona, pues son muy comunes de conseguir, pero en fin, cuando la desarmen, cualquier cosa, pues simplemente hay que reinstalar todo de la misma manera para que nos quede como en cualquier otra cosa, en un auto, en otra herramienta, en lo que sea. Este es un poco diferente aquí de lo que es el gatillo, entonces hay que tratar de poner todo de vuelta pues como estaba. Y pues ahorita lo van a ver qué sucia está la pistola. Es una porquería completamente, pero primeramente Dios, pues ojalá que funcione y nos va a quedar muy bien, así que sigan al tanto. And ta-da! Look, what a mess. What's left? Look the bumper. Oh boy, look. It's like the collar, but I like to refer to that part as a cylinder guide. Look, my awesome viewers from almost all around the world. Look. It's time to rebuild this gun. Well, hopefully it works. Again, gonna bring it back to life. Pues miren, chicos, que limpia es esta pistola. Demasiado limpia. ¿Mira? Como que ya hace tiempo que les falta una limpiadita, ¿verdad? Este es el empaque, el Ligas que les digo que hace la función de empaque. And you guys can see the little narrow O-ring around the body. So that's like the gasket. Well, I'm gonna clean it up and going to install everything, right? Bumper, guide, cylinder, and let's see what happens. Pues voy a limpiar todo, muchachos. Voy a limpiar todo y pues bueno, ahorita a ver qué pasa. Vamos a limpiar todo y vamos a ver qué show, a ver qué rollo con el pollo. Pero primeramente todo pues va a estar muy bien, ¿ok? Así que sigan en contacto aquí. No se despeguen ni un momento. Well, that's all the dirt that came out from the body assembly. Looks way cleaner than it was before. I clean it up by using this rag and some dish soap, and that's it. Downy, actually. And well, this is the look. Looks way better. And the O-ring and the cylinder. It's similar to the NR83AE series, kind of. But in these guns, as in many guns, most of guns, we have this type of system, let's say, this trigger system. No, but the NR83AE, it's all different, right? No one has ever made something similar because it's like a unique style. But you know, the trigger bulb and the plunger, but most guns are like this. And most guns have the spring in the head. So in this case, the spring is behind the rear bumper or rear or the head gasket. It's right there. But I'm not really going to remove it since I don't feel like I need it. I'm gonna try to remove the O-rings. I got the set. I'm going to replace them all. But I mean these ones in the piston cylinder. I mean the piston O-ring and the nose O-ring. This is the nose O-ring, goes right there. Right, because we don't have a gasket around here. And but that's it. And I'm gonna reassemble. I'm going to put back everything together, and you know, I'm gonna test it up and make sure it works. And if by any reason there's some leak on the trigger, I'm gonna take it apart again. But for now, I'm not gonna remove any of those pins, any of these pins that are holding the trigger bulb. I'm not. I'm just I clean it up. We install the O-rings and the bumper and bolts, and let's see what happens. Pues bueno, chicos, ahí está toda la suciedad que le saqué. Nada más usé un trapo sucio, un trapo viejo y jabón para lavar trastes. El Downy, como les decía, ya ven que en el anuncio le quitas el petróleo a los patitos. Y pues bueno, parece que quedó muy bien. Se mira mucho mejor. Miren este. Qué diferencia. Ahí están las ligas. Esta liga también que va aquí en la nariz. Pero pues aquí tengo el set. Le voy a poner esas ligas nuevas. Las del cilindro también. Y miren cómo quedó muy limpio. Y como les comentaba, el cilindro es un poco parecido al de la serie NR90AE. Pero todas las pistolas tienen este mecanismo. La mayoría de las pistolas de aire, de framing, tienen este mecanismo. La serie de la NR83AE es única en el mundo, es completamente diferente. El émbolo, la válvula del gatillo, la manera en que funcionan es otro nivel. Nadie ha hecho algo similar a eso. todos son muy parecidos a estos, y en estos casos tienen el resorte atrás. Como les mencionaba, el resorte en este caso está aquí. Ese es realmente es un empaque, es el empaque de la cabeza que sella el cilindro. Esta parte del cilindro, y enfrente de mi dedo que se está moviendo, entra ahí. Y atrás de eso está el resorte, pero pues no, realmente no le voy a meter mano ahí, no creo que sea necesario. Le voy a cambiar también la liga al pistón, pero lo voy a armar y voy a checar que todo esté bien. No voy a cambiar nada aquí porque la verdad no creo que pues, sea necesario, y la voy a calar. Si todavía hay algunas fugas, si hay una fuga de aire, pues entonces la vuelvo a desarmar y vemos qué es lo que pasa, pero por el momento no voy a quitar estos pins ni nada, ok. Nada más voy a poner la dona, los empaques, perdón, las ligas, pistón, cilindro, la nariz, y es todo. Estos van aquí, son dos resortes, uno más ancho que el otro. El más delgado va dentro del más grueso. Este es un pequeño pin que entra aquí, y que se pucha hacia adentro para activar la punta. Entonces tengan cuidado de no perder esos dos resortes. Este va aquí así, ¿verdad? Ahí van los resortes, y esta pequeña punta entra aquí, okay. And I forgot to mention that there are these two springs. One is like wider, and the thinner one goes inside the wider one. So make sure you don't like get them lost, because you're gonna need them. It's the way how it works. This through valve, they go right there, and then there's this kind of tip that activates the pushing lever into the let's say this like a plunger into the trigger mechanism, so that way the gun is gonna fire. And this sits in here with the springs, those springs, and then the tip goes all the way in, right? Just make sure you don't get them lost, right? You're gonna need them. And well, I'm gonna put everything back together, and we'll see what happens, okay? And make sure when you're installing the cylinder guide back, it aligns this kind of tip with the center of the body, right? And it's gonna go all the way down. It's gonna be like topping this like tips inside. Sorry, it's getting late, kind of dark, of the gun. All right, it's gonna go all the way down. It's gonna be sitting like that, right? It's kind of different, right? And it can't like going in. It can go in like backwards, right? Or like upside down, and then you're just gonna slide in your cylinder, and that's it. So be careful with that. Nomás lo que les decía, chicos, que pues cuando pongan la guía, nomás así como está, hasta donde tope. Aquí vemos esta pieza que se alinea ahí, porque esta no es redonda. Yeah, it's not like circular, guys, as the others. It's the shape is a little different. The hole it's circular because the cylinder, but the shape around it's different. So you'll know what to do. Entonces, para que tengan cuidado, nada más pues la meten y hasta donde tope, hasta donde siente, y es todo. Y luego nada más pues deslizan el cilindro ahí, y es todo. Ya se está haciendo un poquito noche, pero ahí se alcanza a ver, miren, ahí sienta, pues ahí topa, ahí está pegando, ok, ahí miren. Entonces así queda, y pues realmente es algo muy sencillo. Entonces pues continuamos. Hey guys, my apologies because I've been really busy lately. Wait, okay, it's on again, the light. It's kinda late. I couldn't finish the video the other day because I was busy. I've been busy, and it turns out that I couldn't fix the gun. I mean, I did, but I didn't. This is the gun, and I made it work. I did actually. It stopped leaking, and then you remember the bumper, because this is not the bumper, right? But remember the bumper, because this video is in three phases. Like I recorded three parts of the same video, and this part of the video is 2 weeks later. I guess. Something like that. So the thing is that it stopped leaking, right? Because as soon as you plug it into the air, right, it was leaking, and it used to fire itself, and the piston was all the way out, and stays there, and used to make a noise like this, right? In most cases, at least in the other framing guns, in the normal framing guns, the NR83AE series, when that happens, could be something going on with the thread bulbs or the cylinder. But in this case, everything seems to be okay, to be fine, to be alright, to be perfect, to be in good condition. And I replaced all the O-rings, as I mentioned on the video. I got the set of the O-rings, and it's not a big deal. I think it's kind of easier than the other framing guns. And you have these 4 roll pins. You just take them off, and you have your bushing, your valve, your plunger, everything. It's just like one valve, not like on the others, when we have two, the plunger at the top and the trigger at the bottom, the framing guns. And all the O-rings were just normal, were fine, good condition, just good, right? And I was like, whoa, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What is going on? And either way, I replaced them, all of them, right? And I cleaned it up, as you can remember, the cylinder, the sleeve or plate or whatever you want to call it, the guide also, and installed the new bumper, piston, everything. And actually it started working again, right? I'm not showing you how to remove the pins, but it's kind of really easy. Just remove them, and you're gonna replace the rings, so clean them, make sure they're fine, and that's it. We have the this kind of mechanism, right? You know what this is about, right? The mode of the firing, single action, and bonfire mode, which allows the gun to fire a nail, to drive a nail every time the pushing lever makes contact with the lumber, and your and your trigger is depressed, it's pulled, right? And right there, it's just like the kind of the opposite, because you're gonna be allowed to drive just one L at a time. Once you press the trigger and it fires, it's not gonna fire again unless you release the trigger and push the pushing lever against the lumbar and then pull the trigger again, right? You know that already. So well, what happened, you know? It was good, you know. I plugged it in and I fired it up and it was working again, no leaking, everything. But I tried to clean it up and then I plugged it again and it wasn't leaking, but it was leaking when you pressed when you pull the trigger and the pushing lever was like against the wood. And I was like, what the heck, you know, what's going on? Everything seems to be okay. All the, you know, cylinder, the rear bumper, the spring, O-rings, guide, everything was pretty okay. I was like, well, what's going on? What the hell, you know? I mean, everything seems to be okay. But as I told you, as I just said, it wasn't leaking. First of all, I made it work. As I told you, it made it work. It was working just like as normal. New bumper, new O-rings. I was like, okay, you know. Now I'm like, I know what I'm doing with these guns. They're pretty simple. So I mean, they're easier to fix than the other guns. But I was like, it worked and then it didn't. So well, you know, it was working, you know, pum, 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 pum. And then when I plug it in again, you know, I was like, oh, no more leaks, right? You were like pulling the trigger, no leaks. But once I push the gun against the wood and pull the trigger, it was then that was when it was leaking. It was like this, you know. But if I like release the pushing lever, it wasn't anymore. I could push, I could pull the trigger, and it wasn't leaking, unless it was against the wood, the pushing lever, like the press and the pushing lever. So I was like, what the heck, you know? What's going on? And well, I think it was too late when this guy tried to fix it, to get it fixed, because that's kind of, it's like pretty damaged inside, you know, where the cylinder sits on in the bumper, because as you can see in the video, the bumper was totally destroyed, you know. So the body assembly, it's like damaged on the inside, right? It's not allowing to the O-rings to seal in well. But well, either way, I call this guy. This is the actual gun. Or which one? Yeah, this is the gun. So I called this guy, I let him know what happened, and I asked him, I was like, hey, do you have any other gun like this? Because, you know, probably we can at least try to make one good gun out of two. And he was like, yeah, I got another one. And if you remember, I mean, if you're watching this video, and right from the start, I told you that he took away, and I mean, he took off and put away the magazine. So I got it like this. And then he was like, yeah, I got another one with the same problem, actually. I was like, wow, it's fine. I made this work once, so, you know, I can take a look on that one at least. I mean, there's no surrender, right? I'm not giving up, and let's try it, you know, let's give it a try and let's see what happens. And well, I got this one, with a magazine. There's a magazine, right? And he had the same problem, but not like that one, right? As soon as you plug it in, it's just like, right? But the piston stays where it's supposed to stay, not in this one that you plug it in and the piston goes forward and stays there, and it stays like this, right? So this one is just like, you know, probably a O-ring. And well, I realized the same problem. First of all, the bumper, right? This is the bumper. I mean, this was the bumper, right, on this gun. So the bumper, the new one that I installed on this one, I put it on here, and this one got a broken piston, the snap, as you can see, right? So I put piston of this gun and this one, and also the bumper, and I clean it up. You can see, I mean, there's like, I don't know, you name it. How can we name this? Right, look. Well, also I realized that I needed a little bit of oil. All of the pneumatic tools needs a few drops of oil every day. I mean, when we're using it. And well, I was like, here we go again. I removed the pins, the roll pins, right? There's 4. We have one more right there that holds the trigger mechanism, the fire mechanism actually, or driving mechanism, right? There's like a iron ball and a little spring, right? Like the ones that we have on the adjuster on the framing guns. Make sure you don't lose it, because it's kind of tiny, right? But it's pretty easy. So I just cleaned the bulbs and like the chamber where the bulb goes in. Right, it was pretty dirty, as you can see, right? And all the O-rings were pretty much fine. I reinstalled everything. I put everything back, and I was like, well, let's see what's gonna happen, right? Everything seems to be okay, only it's gonna be the same problem that one. But you know, in the name of the Father, the Spirit, of the Son, of the Holy God, hopefully this works. And it did, right? It's not leaking there anymore, at least not now, right? And it's shooting so well. These guns are so powerful. They're lightweight. They're, well, long lasting, I can say. They're Hitachi. They're good. You know, it depends how you use your gun, how you use your tools, right? The other versions are more commercial, more efficient, I think, because they're for hard workers, right? I'm not saying this is just not gonna work. They're fantastic. I love these guns. It's just that they're different, right? Even the magazine could be a mess if you need to replace your magazine. But either way, I fixed it, and it's a powerful. It's fast. It's really fast. This gun, incredibly fast, and it now says Metabo, whatever, saying shoot, but works pretty good, pretty well. So I'm gonna plug it in so you can see it. All right. Well, there's my target. Okay, it's connected to the air. Sorry for the quality of the video. It's dark already. Wow. Look, I'm depressing the trigger. I'm pulling the trigger. No leaks. I'm pushing the gun on the piece of wood. Right? Look. Look. There's gonna be a mark right here after this time, this shoot. Okay, right here. Seems like it's working again. Ugh. Thanks God. You know, I spent too many hours to mention on this one just to realize that it didn't work, but it was worth it because now I know how to fix these guns. I'm into these guns, and they're pretty easy to fix, and they're fixable. That's a good thing. So I'm gonna throw this to a trash can right there. Oh, it's kind of full already. There are my boots for war and two Tico guns, framing gun, my truck. Okay, and well, it's working again. Now I'm just gonna reinstall the magazine, which is pretty simple on this one. We only have one ball right here that goes right there. Right, it's like there's like a nut, like wait, it's like welded already on the arm of the magazine, so you're not gonna need like a nut on the other side. It's right, it's there already, it's right there. And here there goes just this tiny ball. It's like this one. It's like okay, M6. I think it's gonna be M5. I think M5. Yeah, because these ones are M6 and these ones are M8s. So this could be M4. I think metric M4. No, metric M5. I think. But the range is the number 4 millimeters. Right, you're just gonna slide the ball right there. Yeah, I'm gonna tension it with the nut on the other side. Right there, you see the space. So right there, this nut's gonna be right there. Right, we don't have like holes or anything like that. It's kind of different, the magazine. Easier, more simple, no? Kind of cute. Very impressive. And well, I think that's it for today, guys. Don't be afraid, right? I know I should be in like, where's the nut? Fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know where's the nut that I was holding. I'm gonna find it. You know, I should have been like showing you how to remove the valves and everything, but just make sure you put everything back as the same way it was before you take it apart. It's not a big deal. You know, if you're familiar with the NR83AE series, you know, it could be easier, could be kind of easy or simple for you to get your hands on these guns, because they're kind of the same, all the pneumatic guns, you know. So, but I was kind of desperate, because I was like, fuck, you know, 1, 2, 3 evenings, you know, trying to fix that one, and I couldn't. You know, the body assembly, it's worn out, it's damaged, but you know, it's kind of easier, and I did it. I fixed it. I'm happy, and you know, when I be talking to my customer, to my client, he's gonna be kind of happy. I was like, oh, you did it, you know, because it was trash for me already, but you fix it, and that's good, you know. So, but anything you need on the comments, leave a comment, thumbs up, please. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video, and anything that you need that I can assist you, that I can help you with, just send me an email, right? Send me an email if you need anything, or just want to have a talk. Just let me know. And well, God bless you all. And well, I think that's it for tonight. So keep in touch, and don't be desperate. You know, I'm going to be uploading more videos for you to watch. So till the next time, see you guys. Take care of yourself and be good and do good. Thank you, and I appreciate it. Bye.